Hello everybody, welcome to today's Dr. Samuel Maths. And today, although we are looking at simplification of fractions, I will pause in order to look at this concept, the Bodmas Rule. This is a rule that you use when you are doing a calculation in which you have a sequence of different mathematical operations to do in the same problem. It could be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even a bracket or an index. And so you have to know, when you have those sequence of operations, you have to know the order at which to do these operations, or else you will get the wrong answer. So this is where the Bodmash Rule comes in. The Bodmash Rule shows you the order in which you must perform these operations when they come together. The B in Bodmas stands for bracket. So it is when an operation is in a bracket, like this. You always do the brackets first. That's why it's on top. The O in Bodmas can stand for one of two things. It can stand for the of sign. You normally get of normally in fractions. For example, you may have a sum a half of 6. The of sign is just multiplication. A half of 6 means you're multiplying 6 by a half, and so the answer would be 2 into 6, which is 3. That's the of here. And the of is done after the bracket and before multiplication and division, when it is present in a problem. But the O can also stand for order, which really means a power or an index. You raise something to the order of a power. So for example, if I have 3 squared, that is 3 times 3, or 3 squared, which is what you mean by order. So anytime you have that index operation here, it must be done before any multiplication or division or addition or subtraction, but after a bracket in the problem. We will look at examples in a while. The multiplication and division are done in any order, but it is done in sequence. The first one, if division is first, it's done before multiplication, and vice versa. So multiplication, division, they are done after the brackets and after of or order. And finally, addition and subtraction is done last. And they also come together. They can be done in any order, but in sequence. So the first one that is in the sum, you do it first, and then the second, you do it second. So this is the Bodmas Rule, and the best way to show it to you is to look at examples. So let us look at some examples. So we have a number of examples here. Let's look at them. The first one is 7 plus 2 times 3. So we know you have to do multiplication first before addition. So we first multiply 2 times 3. So we are going to get 7 plus 6. And so the answer is 13. If you have done 7 plus 2 first and times 3, you get a wrong answer. You get 27, which is wrong. Multiplication is done before addition. The second one, 20 minus 5 times 2. Again, you multiply first. So you're going to get 20 minus and multiply 5 times 2 to get 10, and 20 minus 10 is 10. C, we have 16 divided by 1 minus 3. We know division is done before subtraction, so that is equal to 16 divided by 1 is 16, and you take away 3, and you're going to get the answer as 13. Number 4, you have addition and subtraction. They can be done in any order, but are done in sequence. So the plus sign is first, the minus second. So where is 9 minus 3 is 12. 9 plus 3 is 12, sorry. And 12 minus 2 is 10. E has a bracket. So you do the bracket first. 7 plus 7 is 14. And 14 divided by 2. So the answer to that is 7. F also has a bracket. So you do the bracket first. So you put down the 15 divided by, and 3 plus 2 is 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. G now, you have 10 plus 5 plus 3 times 3. So we know multiplication is done before addition. So we put 10 plus 5 plus 3, plus 9. Let me erase this plus 3. Plus 3 times 3 is 9. So it is 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 9 is 24. Okay, let's move on to question 2. So this is question 2. So it's just a little more complicated, but just follow the Bodmas rule and you can get all of them. We have 5 times 3 plus 2 times 6. So we know we multiply first before we add. So 5 times 3 is 15. Plus, and 2 times 6 is 12. And then we add 15 plus 12 is 27. Let's look at part B. We have 9 divided by 3 plus 15 times 2. So we know division and multiplication is done before addition, but we divide first because it is first in the sequence. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. We have the plus sign, and 15 times 2 is 30. And 30 plus 3 is 33. See? 10 divided by 2 minus 2 times 1. Again, we do the division first. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Then the minus sign, and 2 times 1 is 2. 5 minus 2 equals D. We have 5 times 2 plus 1 in brackets plus 4. We know we do the brackets first. So we're going to get 5 times, in brackets 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 4. Then we do the multiplication before we add. 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 plus 4 equals 19. E, 8 plus 5 minus 1 in the bracket times 3. So we do the bracket first. So it's 8 plus 5 minus 1 is 4 times 3. Then we multiply before we add. So we have 8 plus 12. 4 times 3 is 12. And so the answer is 20. For F, we have 50 minus in brackets 1 plus 4 times 4. So we do the bracket first. So 50 minus 1 plus 4 is 5 times 4. Then we multiply before we subtract. So 50 minus 5 times 4 is 20. And therefore the answer is 30. And finally, we have 7 times 8 divided by 4 in brackets squared. So we know we do the brackets first before we square or we multiply. So we put the 7 times, work out the bracket, 8 divided by 4 is 2. And we are squaring the 2. Then we do the order, square is order, order comes before multiplication. So this is 7 times 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. And 7 times 4 is 28. So that's order of operations, the Bodmas rule. You should try to do examples on your own. Find some examples and see if you can get the right answers. So we'll continue with our simplification of fractions in the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and you can share it. See you next time.